the screen, because otherwise I can't see what I'm doing. And there it is. I've been looking for this. I was looking all over, didn't look. Looking all over for this the other day. Never looked on the painting rack underneath the telly. Why would I? Hi, Pete, the hydrator. Hello. Oh, I think we're all recovered from snotty noses and stuff, which is a bonus because it was really starting to get on my wick. Yeah, really annoying. So this evening, I'm going to be painting some Beastmen. Now, I know I spent a lot of time painting Beastmen previously, but I've got some games to play with these guys in the not too distant future. One on Thursday, in fact. So I need to get some paint on the rest of these guys and get them at least part way done. So here we go. We're going to start off with some of this. What is it? Shield brown. So I did try some bone shadow, but it's not looked quite right on this Minotaur here. Hopefully you can see that. Yeah, it's not really looked really like I wanted it to. So we're going to start off with some shield brown from Reaper. And we're going to try dry brushing that onto the boys. I don't know what's going on. It's blocked up. There must be something solid in there. So I've got a Army Painter Masterclass dry brush, a moderate dry brush that I thought I would try out. That's what I'm going to use to have a go with. Now, normally I would use a bit of paper towel, but I found this the other day that I had previously used as a dry brush fancy tablet thing. I've seen, you may recall that I was using one of these quite some time ago. That's a little bit too light, but we'll go with it. It'll be fine. Yeah, and now it seems that these kind of little palette things for dry brushing are all the rage. There's a few companies selling these. Now this is just a 3D printed failure of a floor for a building, but it just broke off at just the right height. That it's actually perfect for getting additional paint off your dry brush, which is pretty cool. Need to glue that bit of hair back on. That's no good, is it? Can't have that flapping around like a one-armed swimmer. On there. So it's a little bit light, but it's fine. We're gonna blast some wash over these once they're all sorted. The other good thing about doing it this way rather than on the paper towel is you can carry on going back for a little bit more paint once you've rubbed it off. So I think we've got some in stock from one of the suppliers that does MDF type stuff, a dry brush palette. But yeah, this is just a 3D printy failure piece that I happen to have kicking around. But yeah, so maybe I'm a trendsetter. Other people saw me using it and thought, oh, that's a good idea. Why don't we adopt that? And then I've moved it while I've been tidying up and what have you, and probably lost it for a year or more. Everybody's copying me. Be good if you could see the mini. Oh, well, you just want it all, don't you? You want the moon on a stick. There we go. Right. Nice bit of brown going on unfortunately, this is going to be a little bit boring because I need to do this on about 30 minutes. So I'll blast through it as quick as possible, and then we'll get on to some metal. So this is 500 points of Beastmen. So in addition to the stuff that I previously painted, previously painted for Mordheim, added to my army. 500, well, 600 points actually, because there's some weird rule where we get extra bonus points for a hero or something. The guys that have organised the little narrative campaign. So I've actually got 600 points. 600 points. Yes, please. Can I have the moon on a stick and the more random sayings? It was Fist of Fun, I think, wasn't it? Fist of Fun, like an old TV program from the 90s. It was where they used to say, "You want the moon on a stick." It was Fist of Fun, and then just after it was Glam Metal Detectives. So these guys, if you haven't heard me waffling about them before, are a combination of Zangor's Tzeentch Arkanites, I think they're called, and Gauls. So there's a variety of bits. Some of these are just...
Dance baby.
What? Did that say dance baby? Dance. Yeah, spot more paint. So this guy is one of the Arkanites. So he's got humany feet, but an Ungor head. But he's super ripped. Check out that muscular stomach. He's definitely been spending a lot of time in the gym. And this one is an Arcanite with a gore head. I don't like having too many models that are in identical poses and configurations in a unit. So perfect that I can mix a few bits up to make some different stuff. Oh no! Snap the end of his sword. Oh, he's got a broken dagger. Don't forget to do your best dance for that. I've just done a dance. Right. Yeah, it's rubbish, Wicked Day. Just weird. The foot thing's just weird. Totally unnecessary. That's my best dancing. Need more paint. Need more paint. So had a fun day at MLG today of putting stuff in boxes. Following on from a fun weekend. Didn't get to play Gorkamorka, but because I was busy. Busy, trying to keep an eye on the shop and see what else was going on. Had a bit of Pokemon and what have you. So, but hopefully everybody that did come to play Gorkamorka had a good time. With these not being the traditional Gore models, there is a little issue with them ranking up. So once I've figured out how they line up in their units, they're going to be numbered so they always fit back on the movement tray, because some of them have got arms and swords and other stuff sticking in all kinds of random directions. Tell us about all the other events we've got planned. Whoa, well, what have we got? We've got Mordheim, we've got which I need to create on the website, or Mrs. MLG needs to create on the website. We've got Mordheim, we've got a Pokemon tournament, we've got Magic, we've got Horus Heresy. I'll just put my finger in paint. What else have we got? I'm sure there's some others. But yeah, we're going to try and do a whole bunch of events this year. Different things that people can get involved with. And then if nobody turns up to stuff, or we don't get very good attendance, then we just won't do it again. Because it's a lot of stress trying to organise events for people to have a good time. What have I done with my pin? It's there. Yeah, it just seems like a sensible idea, Sean. That then you know where everybody's supposed to go. Yeah, maybe later in the year, Methusus. Maybe later in the year we'll get get a couple of other games, systems through the mix, and then yeah, we'll probably have a Gorkamorka one later in the year as well. Oh, Blood Bowl, that's something else we've got coming on. Blood Bowl Sevens, Summer Sevens tournament, that should be good. Don't know what made that pop back into my head. Right. These don't have to be masterpieces because they're just going to get murdered. So I'm just going to quick blast. What team have you gone for?
There we go.
Ooh. thank you very much. That's John has very kindly gifted a sub to V-Man Aqua. It's good to see you, V-Man Aqua. It's been a while. How are you? Can I get that in? Oh, there we go. Sorted. There we go. So my first game of Old World in our little mini campaign thing. So the idea is we'd start off with 500 points or 600 points because we're getting a free hero apparently. My first game is going to be, I believe, against Empire, or well, either Empire or Bretonnian exiles, so they can use Empire cannon and stuff. I fully expect my beastmen to get blown away by cannon and shot by archers before they even get to charge the enemy, which is partly why I've got 3 Minotaurs here, because I'm hoping that they will soak up a lot of the enemy's fire, and then my gore units, 2 units of 15 gore, can charge in and murderize the bad guys. Because obviously, beastmen are the good guys. Just want to live peacefully in the forest and keep getting persecuted by these stupid humans. Right. Probably a bit bright, that guy. And then, so I was going to use this beige brown, but I think that might be a little bit similar. Let's squidge a little bit out and see what it looks like. Thank you very much, John. That's a hydrate, thank you. Yeah. No, that's maybe a little bit too bright. Or we could just do it on their chests, couldn't we? Just give them a bit of that on their chests. So it's a very similar colour. In fact, I might just put a bit of bone in it, lighten it up. What should we do? Bit of aged bone. Just lighten it a little, lighten it. Oh, wicked D. It's too warm to be wearing wigs. It's too warm for wigs, and I've only got this one. It tickles my head. Ugh. There you go, you big meanie. Oh, I see. You just want me to... It's horrible. For me to humiliate myself wearing a wig. It's too warm for wigs. Just because you want your bingo card, eh? Oh, John's added a hat. Sorry, I do apologise. Missed that one. There we go. No, we're committed now. We're committed now. We're committed now. Trucker cap it is. Yeah. Oh, I need to. We'll glue that back on in a sec. Big old Minotaurs. I have absolutely no idea how these play in the game. Haven't planned that far ahead. Oh, I need to find the skull bit off the top of that standard pole. We'll find that in a minute. We're going to glue something on. Might as well glue everything on at the same time. Beautiful. Even if I do say so myself. Who's Wayne Campbell? I don't know who Wayne Campbell is. Do I? I might know who Wayne Campbell is. Get these guys done on the chest and on the head with a bit of lighter colour. Lighter. Ah, right. Yeah. Wayne's World. Wayne's World. Party on, Wayne. The Zangor models are very spiky. Very easy to... Oh no, he's lost his head. He's having a great time. I'll have to do some running repairs in a minute. We got 5 more guys. 5 more guys to do. Yeah, dropped him. Drop that guy. Whoa. Right. Whoa. Whew. What was that? A banana cat sticker. What's a banana cat sticker look like? Oh, there. It looks like a banana cat. Of course it does. Let's get some...
Another turtle made it to the water.
Another turtle made it to the water. Right, stick that over there. Right, let's get the super glue. We'll just do our running repairs. There's the skull off the banner pole. Let's stick that bad boy on. I should have done that fair while I was doing it, shouldn't I? Doing the dry brushing. We'll come back to that. We'll come back to that. This guy's head. Did someone get the Mr. MLG breaks a mini? Wicked D. Wicked D's won. It's a rig. Well done, Wicked D. Well done. Literally just glued that on and then I picked it up by it. What a donkey. Excuse me. Right then, so let's put dry brushy palette over there and then we'll get on to putting some blackened bronze, some dark star blackened bronze, which is what we're going to use for the bulk of our weapon blade parts and potentially armour. Can't remember if that was what I used on the bits of chainmail before. Yeah. For some reason I made those really rusty. Right. Let's use that brush. There. Get on to new game started. Wowzers. So black and bronze is a decent base coat for nice rusty looking weapons. Very much like a tarnished steel kind of colour, black and bronze. But it's cool, very cool. Right then, so do I go all in, paint all the armour this colour? Is that what I did before? I think I did it copper. No, no. Dry brushed it copper. So I really should have made myself a little note, knowing that I was going to come back and paint some more of these guys later. Should have made myself a little reference of what to do with them. plaque and bronze, weapons and armour, and then we just make it all super rusty. I think that's the plan. All the trim around the edge of the shield. Happy, 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 happy. I don't think Kuronika is going to fall into that trap unless they've got the card as well. Do they have mouths full of teeth? Well, I suppose it'd be silly if they didn't really. They'd have to like suck their enemies to death. Well, there's one. There is one. It's a map for that. Worm. Quite fancy watching like a fantasy film that's got like dragon hunting and things in it. Can anybody think of any good movies that involve a bit of dragon hunting?
Another turtle made it to the water. Thank you very much, John. Oh yeah, I haven't seen that for ages, Rain of Fire. Yeah. Might have to have a go at that. We've been running out of things to watch. I started watching Cobra Kai the other day. I don't think we ever got past the second episode previously. Mrs. MLG thinks we did. I can't remember. So we're about as far as episode 3 or 4, I think now. Running out of TV. I won't even say good TV. We're running out of TV that we actually want to watch. All the Marvel stuff's the same. Has a very young Gerard Butler in it, does it? Have all our deliveries arrived? Ah, right. No, we didn't get any today. But we weren't really expecting any. Yeah. Well, now you're here, Mrs. MLG. We could talk about stream times and see what the people who are here think about what we were discussing. So, Mrs. MLG and I, our schedule has somewhat changed over the past few months for doing different things. We were thinking about amending our stream times, certainly on a Tuesday, but possibly on a Monday as well. Yeah, it makes sense. To amend the stream time to maybe 9 while 10. But we wanted to know what you guys think, and whether that would mean that you wouldn't be able to watch us, because we care what you think. It's just our routine has changed up a little bit recently, and we thought that it might make a little bit of sense to not have to rush earlier in the evening. So what do you think? Would 9 while 10 instead of 8 while 9 on a Monday, and like the later time on a Tuesday be convenient for people? Well, Wicked D can do it. And Kuroniko says doesn't like the 6:30 start. So cool with a change. And Methuselah says it's alright.
Because we thought, didn't we, that we could do it 8 while 9, but we're not sure if that's when Hamish streams.
Yeah.
So we could do Tuesdays 8 while 9 like now, but I can't remember. I was going to look, wasn't I? I suppose I could just look.
You could just check.
I might be asleep by 10.
Yeah, you'd be fine. I'll make you a coffee before we start.
Oh, you're so kind. Oh, I'm trying to look on Discord when Hamish streaming and it's just blabbling on about his 9th birthday. This means presents, but for you. Over the next 9 days, we'll be giving away one-of-a-kind presents and stuff that makes gaming with your friends on Discord way more fun. Well, we don't do that, so that's not for us then, is it? Tuesdays 0900 hours while 11.
That's in the
That's
morning.
in the morning, isn't it? So he's changed it because of his work schedule. So Mondays is 1600 hours while 1700 hours.
4 while 5.
And Tuesdays 9 while 11 in the morning. What did it used to be though? I'm sure it used to be.
We used to do like 8 while 9 on a Tuesday evening, I'm sure.
And then he made it, Tuesdays 8 while 9. But then he's changed it, so I wonder if... Would 8 while 9 be better for everybody rather than 9 while 10? Way past my bedtime, maybe grumpy in the morning. Well, that's it. You see, that'd be me, Red, wouldn't it? I'm grumpy all the time, let alone making me go to bed even later. What do we think? Because there's only you lot that watch, so there's only point in us doing it for you lot. But the 6:30 is not really working for anybody, is it? It's because Madam used to sleep out, but she doesn't now.
So we switched it
So
to
that we
earlier,
could get some stuff done.
so we could go out with tea.
But we can't anymore. So What do you think?
Well, I think that the later time, to 9 while 10, if that's convenient for people, would be better, because then...
You want to do it 9 while 10?
Yeah. Well then, like, Madam's in bed and I don't have to do it on my own.
Oh, that's... I see. So you're just being selfish. You don't want to do it on your own on a Monday.
I don't want to be by myself.
But everyone likes you better on your own. You get more viewers on your own. Everyone likes your chat.
Your best.
That's late.
Alright, well we'll do 8:30 while
I'm
half
going
9.
to ask in Discord.
Yeah, you ask.
Apart from doing it wrong already.
We could just try it. Don't forget it's coming into summer and it's going to be light evenings and you're going to feel like more energised.
You've met me, right? You are funny, my dear. You are funny. What wonderful stuff have you got to tell us?
Painting some beastmen. Ready for Thursday. So I will be painting beastmen tomorrow. I want to be building terrain for Dead Man's Hand, but I need to get these guys.
You got some more Dead Man's Handy malarkeys in.
We have. Because you know I like to get carried away by a new game system. So,
I've never noticed.
so while I was ordering some other bits and pieces the other day, I had ordered some. But partly that was the reason that I'd ordered some stuff there was that the box of terrain and things that I've been looking for ages I couldn't find, and I just decided to bite the bullet and reorder some of it.
But you found it now.
And then I found it after I'd placed the order. So the stuff that I had ordered has gone into stock.
Yeah.
Because the other stuff is in this box down here. Well, I don't need 2 lots of pigs and cows and sheep and whatever else I'd ordered.
No, but they could be handy for lots of things, though, couldn't they?
They could be ideal for lots of different games, which is why I thought that they would be good.
Oh, thanks, Pando. I've been here a while, though.
Yeah. I was talking about it at the weekend. The box of stuff that I found 30 minutes after I'd pressed go on the order form for the replacement stuff.
Yeah.
But in my defence, I have been looking for it for a week and kind of resigned myself to the fact that I must have either sold it when I went to the tabletop sale last year.
Yeah, that's what you thought, wasn't it?
Or I don't know. I'd just thrown it away at some point and just got confused and thought that box was rubbish. But then, within half an hour of pressing go on an email, found it.
That's a nice segue into the tabletop sale that we're having.
That is almost like I planned it that way. Seeded the.
Tell us all about it.
So on the 26th of May, we are having a tabletop sale at the shop. A couple of people have requested that we do something like this, so I think it's a good idea. So you can hire a table for the day, come and, or for the event, it's 10 AM while 1 PM. We've experienced with other events that we've been to tabletop sale wise that they tend to peter out around lunchtime. So we thought we'd keep it short and sweet. 10 till 1. You can hire a table and sell your unwanted hobby stuffs to some other like-minded hobbyists who either are going to hoard it or do something with it. And then earn yourself some more hobby dollars, shall we say, to reinvest into something else that you maybe are going to find time for. So the idea is it's a perfect opportunity for you to turn some of your hobby stash into cash. Do you like that?
I did. Have you literally just thought that?
Yeah. It rolled off the tongue like I'm a wordsmith. I thought of another good pun that I put on one of the posters as well. I thought that one. I can't remember what it was now. I can't remember what it was. Something that I'd written on one of them. And as I looked at it, I thought to myself, that kind of rhymes. I should have really thought about that a bit more. Could have made like a bit more of a rhyme out of my poster.
Does this count as reminiscing? Not really, no. Tabletop sale hasn't happened yet.
No.
Futurising. Is that what you need, reminiscing? Yeah, Wicked D's not in a car park. You've not dropped a mini. You're not going out. Stock deliveries haven't been expected and not arrived. Tony's not here, so I don't know if he's walking the dog. I don't know. And we're never going to get any new followers or hype trains. Or that's not going to happen in our channel.
Does V-Man Aqua coming back? For,
no, because like you see, I never predicted that, you see.
That doesn't count as a new follower.
No, because that's not a follower.
Yeah.
That's a viewer. You haven't thrown a paint pot or blobbed anything. And Gizmo's asleep in the other room, so I don't know.
Yeah. Rhubarb.
No. Finding boxes isn't reminiscing. That's just his age. Yeah.
Oh, there's far too many of these guys.
What colour are you painting?
This is blackened bronze from Darkstar.
Oh, you're doing it on the metally bits?
Yeah.
So what have they had on them so far?
They've had shield brown and then a mixture of beige brown and aged bone.
Ah, right. Like a dry brush.
Yeah. Over a base coat of Hyrax brown from Colourforge.
You're not supposed to put your paintbrush in your tea, Red.
No good. Yeah, I have to have my paint pot at this side and my drink at this side so I don't mix them up.
It'd be quite hard to get your paintbrush in your pint glass there. It's a completely different height to your paint.
Yeah, it won't be the first
water.
time.
Why is every time I turn up the brown paint comes up? It's because he's always painting brown. Yay, Brown! First time I've ever said that. Hey, Crafty, how you doing? Don't forget to click on the bingo and get all these lovely juicy bingo balls. We were just discussing maybe having a different streaming time on a Monday and a Tuesday, either 8 while 9 or 9 while 10. There is a Discord votey thing going on at the moment, and 8 while 9 is winning by 1, but then we have only had 1 vote, so let's not get carried away with it yet. Juicy bingo balls, that's it, Crafty.
One vote.
I've only just done it. Oh, I can hear something. Hello, guys. Hello. Hello. Have you woken up? Have you? Are you woken up?
Yeah, he's had a hard day today. Hasn't he? He's had a hard day trotting around the shop.
He must have heard you, Sean. It's gone again. He's gone again now. No, he's gone, Kuriko. That's it. If he comes trotting back in with a pair of socks, I'll let you know. Well, I actually had that one on my card. My card's a right mess. There's just dots all over. There's nothing making a line.
What do they even look like?
What do they look like? Like a bingo card.
Oh, right.
I've got nowhere. What do I need? I need 10 bingo votes cast. I haven't even called that, so that's not going to happen. You've got to throw some paint, a wig's worn, and someone gifted a sub. Oh, that was last time. So I'm miles off. Miles off. Is anybody close? Wig me! Who else likes a good reminiscing session? It's 3-1 for MLG After Dark. Yeah. It would be. Would I be asleep? You got to put a wig on.
Okay.
What have you got? Do we need to bring some back in?
Yeah, we do need to bring
Are
some
they all
back
still
in.
outside?
Yeah.
That
We'll
was
get
silly,
them
wasn't
for
it?
tomorrow.
You can't see your head tomorrow.
That's true. We'll get them for next week. Can I wear a hat?
No, wig. Guess what?
What?
Wow. Swap it for the other one if you want. The actual MLG After Dark stream was funny. I can't remember it.
No. Okay. Were we drunk?
I don't know. I can't remember. This music's a bit foreboding though, isn't it? What have you got to tell us?
There's too many beastmen.
Don't you choose the amount of beastmen?
Yes, I did. I did choose the amount of beastmen, and I thought that there was a reasonable amount of beastmen until I have to go in and paint metal on them all.
Oh, was the After Dark thing the charity thing?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh yeah, you were drunk. You keep hitting the thing with your hat. Has everybody seen your glorious hat? We can only see your ginger bits.
Ooh,
Ooh, missus.
looks like this, look.
That's your Mad Hatter. What army was the first one you collected back in the day? Oh, is this some kind of reminiscing here, Sean? What army was the first one you collected back in the day? I wonder if you could do some reminiscing.
Well, funny you should ask, but the first army that I collected from a wargaming perspective was
reminiscing is very specific. It's not just recalling things that happened in the past. He's got to muse on it.
I will. Don't worry. So the first Games Workshop thing that I collected was Space Wolves, and it all began back in the day because I bought a White Dwarf, and it was White Dwarf. I believe it was 139 maybe, or 140, and it had
500.
where 500 comes out this week, but they did have a big break where they stopped producing White Dwarf, and then we got like 2 Warhammer Monthly and something else. They stopped White Dwarf, and then White Dwarf came back. But so it was like 140 or something like that, and it was a Golden Demon special.
Have you still got it?
Yep.
I thought you had. And why did that make you want to?
Because it had loads of pictures of painted minis in. And up to that point, I'd only built tanks and planes and other normal model kits. And I saw all these cool fantasy and science fiction figures. And there was rules for RPG stuff in it and all sorts. It was really cool. So then, my parents were taking us away on holiday. I was 10, I think. Parents were taking us on holiday over to Blackpool for a week, and I badgered my parents into taking me to the nearest Games Workshop, which happened to be Preston, and there made my first purchase of a Games Workshop product, which was a box of 30 plastic Space Marines, the classic RTB01 Space Marine box set. And it was a toss-up. It was a real toss-up. I was in there for ages. My brother was bored. My older brother, he was bored looking around because he'd been like marvelling at stuff to start off with, a bit like I was, and then he started getting bored. So looked at some Space Marines, and there was a box of Warlord Titans, a box of 6 Warlord Titans, and eventually I decided on the Space Marines. Took home my box of Space Marines. Couldn't do anything with them while we were on holiday because that would be silly, all them small pieces and what have you. But then a few days later we came back home and sat and built and painted all of my 30 Space Marines, and then had to have more. So had to visit the store in Hull, the GW store in Hull, and pick up some other characters and other bits and pieces to go with my Space Wolves, and then hungrily discovered every bit that I possibly could about the Space Wolves and Warhammer in general, and then subscribed to White Dwarf for the next 20 years or so. Until it finished, until it ran out. So even after I kind of fallen out of the hobby a little bit, we're still getting and reading White Dwarf to keep tabs on what was going on, even though I was busy messing with cars and beer. You may well have done, Sean. You may well have done. One of my some of my first ever purchases remember when I'm sure he's called Centurious, the Legion of the Damned Sergeant was like a limited edition mini, and I think that was the first. I can't remember when that was. I think that was the first time that I'd ever gone to Hull on the train on my own, and it was because I really had to have that model, because they'd said that it was going to be like a limited edition thing. And I remember ringing up in the morning and going like, "Can you save me one?" And the staff that answered the phone said, "Well, if you get here by a certain time," and then I had to like get on the train and go because I didn't want to miss out.
So Sean won the bingo.
Sean won the bingo.
Because you're reminiscing.
And I've still got my Sergeant Centurious model somewhere. However, he's not in a blister. I really should have kept him in the blister.
Stop smacking.
Sorry, I'll take my hat off and then I'll stop smacking the camera. Yeah, should have kept him in the blister, but I was only allowed to buy one. And I think he was about $3.99 or something like that. Absolute bargain.
So Red said, went past the store in Hull, just one bloke at the till, no gaming. Sean says, yep, they only have one member of staff now. And Red says, didn't look busy.
No. One member of staff, and quite often part-timers, I believe, or like bank staff that come in for like bank holidays and whatever. Christmas time, they maybe have like a part-timer in for the busiest part of the day or whatever. But yeah, not a lot of staff in any of the GW stores. Most of them run with just one guy or girl.
It's nowhere near as much fun in there as it used to be. No, that's proper reminiscing, that.
Yeah. Yeah, what sort of shenanigans used to go on in there, Sean? Tell us. The one in Reading had 4 staff last weekend, outnumbered the customers.
And that happens in our store sometimes.
What's going on there? Oh, I've got a load of heavy paint stuck in there.
I suppose better end this game then, unless you want to see if you can get a full card. Does everybody want to try for a full card? I think if you get a line, you can still get bingo, but Sean will always be the winner.
Excuse me. What, we're just carrying on?
I don't know. Too many to mention. Once we closed up, we were all playing Mario Kart and ordered pizza. Takeaways at the shop is standard, isn't it?
Yep. Standard.
Standard practice.
Curry on a Thursday.
We also never played family-friendly music either. Oh, we don't have music because we can't afford the license. Start a new one. My card is rubbish. Says Wicked Day. Okay. Right. There we go.
Yeah, I can definitely remember the music being like pretty cool. But then people used to get sent outside to sit on the wall for like so many minutes if they'd been swearing in the shop, despite the fact that the music wasn't family friendly.
it's gone 9 o'clock. Right?
I know, that's why I said we'd carry on.
When did you say that?
A few minutes ago when you said, I'll see, or something.
Oh, I won't listen.
Delightful. Delightful. Good to know that my wife loves me so much that she wasn't paying attention to what I was saying.
I
She
don't
was
remember.
just going through the motions.
I don't remember.
You've
I
said
take
some
20%
words,
of the
human.
credit for Sean's win. You can really dance.
Wow, you can really dance. He went.
Is that a sound thing? Is that a sound alert? I think so, isn't it? That's what I'm having it as now anyway. You can't swear in store, but you can listen to this. If you record your own versions of song, you can play that. Yes, Crafty, you can. I think that would drive more people away than would encourage in if we were to create our own music. You can get royalty-free music. It's generally quite poop.
Yeah.
And we have looked into doing it before, but then there is also the way of actually making it work with speakers and some kind of a system to play the music.
Yeah.
Which, in the building that we are in, with its lovely ceilings and strange layout, kind of just meant that we can.
Yeah. We haven't progressed that far. Dropped it.
No room for this.
Is that a card? Is dropping it a card?
What, you mini?
Mm.
Yeah. Sticker. It's alright having all these bingo numbers, but there is 43 and I struggle to find them all sometimes.
So, how long is the Discord poll thing got?
Oh no, it's just a question.
Oh, right.
Yeah, I haven't set it as a timer. I've set it as an emote poll so that people can just...
Fair enough.
Was that a complaint about the numbers? No, it was just an observation that because there are 43 and they scroll up and down with about 10 visible on the computer and about 3 visible on my phone, it's sometimes more difficult to find the one I'm looking for. That's all. Not a complaint. Just an observation. I think you all know when I complain. It's very obvious. 8 while 9 is winning so far.
Okay.
You can vote for both if you're not bothered. Just putting that out there. Do people really want music while shopping? I find it difficult to focus. CEX is the worst with the heavy metal music. We were wanted originally to put it on the gaming floor for when there's a bit like quieter events or when I'm eating my dinner so no one can hear me chewing. But in winter, it's more for the staff, really, because in winter it's a bit eerie and quiet, and in summer there's loads of noise outside and there's hustle and bustle and you probably don't need it. But in winter, with us being in a seaside town, there is nobody outside and nobody in the shop, and it's a very long day of quietness. But that was another reason why we just thought that the royalty-free music would be annoying, because if that's on a loop, then that probably just drive them insane rather than helping.
Yeah.
So we did kind of abandon it, really. Good, because I voted both already anyway. Oh, well, good for you, Wickedy. At least it's not Celine Dion. I don't mind Celine Dion, but I wouldn't make others listen to it.
What I think would be good, but I haven't found any yet, would be a nice
rousing fantasy like soundtrack or something.
Like the other Warhammer World.
Yeah, something that was like maybe not. Like
This
that.
is why we're not recording our own music.
Yeah, they're taking the hobbits to Isengard. Which there's like a 12-hour mix of that on YouTube, by the way. If you need to find that in your life.
No. The place that I used to work when I had a proper job, I worked there for 21 years, and when I first started working there was no music, and it was an office, and it was really, really boring. Not so much upstairs, because obviously there's people taking phone calls and stuff, but in certain areas where you just sat there staring at a wall, like I was, it was very boring. So I managed to gradually introduce music. We started off where I believe it's called, and I'm probably
this counts as a reminisce.
Does it? I'm probably going to get this. I'm probably going to get this name wrong as well, which is another thing. But I don't know if that's just you. Is it Richard Clyderman, the piano player person?
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah.
Clayderman.
Yeah,
Clayderman.
something like that, isn't it? And that was the only CD I was allowed, which is cool because I like classical music, so that's absolutely fine. But that was the only CD that we're allowed. And nowadays, now I don't work there now, we've progressed further, and they actually have a license to actually play music. They pay the music license to actually play proper music. So all of those lovely people in that building can thank me for being able to listen to music if they so wish. Because it's all my fault. So there you go.
I see. Right.
There's far too many of these bingo numbers that just get called all the time, isn't it? Look at them. Springing up all over the place. And Pando's sad. All that reminiscing and talk, and Pando is sad.
Yeah, he's never satisfied, that Panda.
No, is it?
No, that's one Minotaur nearly ready. They're taking the hobbits to Isengard, to Isengard, to Isengard. It's
You're
just-
alright.
yeah, it's just you get
Just
stuck
in there now.
Get stuck in your head, and then there's like a really nice like riff on the thing.
Okie dokie. How long are you painting for? Just curious.
Well, I'm ready whenever you are, because I need to after the stream do a little bit of work on my super secret.
Super secret. Don't mention anything. Don't say anything at all.
Yeah, don't mention that many. I need to do a bit of work on that one.
I won't ask you any questions about it, because that would be silly.
Yeah.
Well, so you're just staying in here then?
Well, not if you're not staying in here with me. Because, missed you.
Oh, I'm not saying, Karonika, not saying. But could be.
Yeah.
Just to throw people off the scent and make them think it's you. That'd be so funny if everybody had that thought and every model was a dragon. I think we'd still be able to tell which one was yours.
I'm purposefully trying to paint it so it doesn't look like I've painted it.
I don't see the point in doing that with me, because when I've tried doing stuff like that, or I've tried I'm really going to do something different with this mini, just for myself,
Yeah.
still looks the same anyway. Hydrate. How are we doing with that anyway?
All right.
I'm going to get some sleep. I'm still groggy from the surgery, and thanks for the stream. I hope you recover soon.
Yeah, hope you feel better soon.
And
I've finished. I've finished my
Oh,
job.
I'm getting there. I'm fairly sure that I picked it today. I think. Certainly picked one for somebody. Everyone knows my style. That's not a bad thing, though. That's not a bad thing. I am terrible at guessing, though. I'm really rubbish at it.
You won last time, didn't you?
I don't think so. I thought Sharon always won.
No, I don't.
I got more right than I've ever got before, I think.
Ah.
Well, maybe that's it. I can't. I can't. Well, we're getting some heavy duty music going on now. Was it with 2 pots of brown? And yes, then it's me. Brown paint's rubbish. Scooby Dooby Dooby. Brown paint's rubbish.
Right, I've got one more Minotaur. Does he actually have an axe?
Oh, I'm never gonna get to thingy. Oh, I need 2 more, and they're both unobtainable.
Why?
Well, because one player gets 5 extra bingo cards via bits. No one's doing that. And a stock delivery has not arrived, or we're not expecting any, so.
No.
What's this one? I have got a card on my phone as well. Let me check that. No. I've got to get a resub for that to win. Never mind. Never mind. Are you showing us any of it? Is there anything that's painted that we can look at?
Yeah, there's nothing worth looking at this
I like
stage.
those things at the back. What's them snarly things with teeth?
These things.
Yeah, those things.
They're my Chaos Hounds that I painted for Mordheim previously. Shall I show you one of those?
Why not? Show us what you got.
Ooh.
I don't think there's innuendo.
Maybe that should be an extra one.
Say my name, say my name.
Oh, excuse me. Pete the Hydrator. Pete. Saw Pete yesterday.
Did you?
Came in the shop.
Oh, that's nice. Was that before I arrived?
Yeah, it was morning time.
Had a bit of sleep. You've got to
And hydrate. But I've drunk all my drink.
But you've gone so far back that you're all in the mist. We're ready for some ASMR noise. It's all bubbling.
The finest.
Good old ZX Cola.
Yeah, the finest
From
Aldi cheapy Pepsi. Right, I've got
Yes.
8 guys left to do, but I'm going to do them tomorrow, I think. Right, and let's just have a quick look at a Chaos Warhound. Rah, snarly Warhound with horrible jointing gaps down their back. I can overlook it. Hopefully you can too, because it's just a plain piece. Some of them, because they're quite old models, they don't fit together very well. But also, I couldn't be bothered to get the green stuff out and fix them all when they're worth 5 points a model. 6 points a modle.
Oh well,
But,
maybe that extra point counts.
Yeah, it's not happening. It's not happening. Cool. So we're 20 minutes over time. Thank you very much, everybody, for joining us. We will be back tomorrow. Are we doing normal time tomorrow and adjusting time next week?
Yes.
Okay, so we'll be back at normal time, 6:30 tomorrow. I've got the main screen.
No, you
Okay. You've switched me over, have you? Okay, 6:30 tomorrow, and then we'll amend the stream times for next week. So tomorrow we'll confirm what we're doing and when. Thank you, everybody.
Thanks, everybody.
See you all soon. Bye.